Check the science. An interesting new check the science issue has popped up recently in the cattle industry. And no, it's not vegetation management or greenhouse regulations or methane regulations or nitrogen emissions, etc. There's too many etceteras. It's buffel grass. Whether it should be declared a weed, as the federal government seems to be threatening. Now, this is something which has generally got two sides to the argument. First, buffel is absolutely critical to the grazing industry, especially in Queensland and Northern Territory. But it's also an introduced species and in some places is causing environmental problems in national parks and the like. It takes over from spinifex, and there's an argument that it causes very hot fires which can kill trees. But groups like AgForce have drawn a line in the sand and argue strongly that to declare their main pasture type for the whole dryland area of their industry as a weed would be an absolute disaster for the cattle industry. After all, graziers grow grass actually. Cattle are really just secondary. For them, this would be not much different to, for say, the sugar industry having sugarcane declared a weed. They may as well declare cattle a weed. But on the other hand, weeds are probably the biggest threat facing the environment. And ironically, most graziers, weeds are a constant headache, so they get that argument. But one argument against declaring buffel as weed is that it's pretty well pointless. I mean, it's already out. It's been in Australia for 150 years, so there's no hope that we're going to get rid of it. So why not focus on controlling it in the reserves in those areas and let the graziers get on with growing it? And it's not like there aren't a zillion other weeds that are definite environmental hazard and are not used by one of Australia's biggest industries. I mean, can't we pick on one of those, or do we just hate the cattle producers? Of all the weeds and all the pests in all of Australia, why are we picking on buffel? It's a bit strange. But you know, these are actually details. They're important details. But the main thing here is that the decision is certainly going to be made on the politics, and any science is likely to come from university lecturers, probably with an activist streak, or science organisations with very little quality assurance systems. So for the moment, there's no chance that a high quality science will underpin the ultimate decisions. So like many other issues facing rural Australia, we have to fix the broken science problem. That's why we need Check the Science. That's why we're asking the Queensland Government to do Check the Science in the Queensland Productivity Commission. Please sign the petition, go to the AEF webpage, go to the Buffel webpage, and if you're in the grazing industry, please get behind Check the Science.